It was in the rusted corners of a forgotten neighborhood that Maya found her treasures. Broken bicycle chains, dented soda cans, shattered glass, twisted wires. To most, it was just junk scattered across cracked sidewalks. But to Maya, it was the language of possibilities, a symphony waiting to be composed. She was the girl people whispered about, the one always digging through garbage bins, her hands stained with rust, her clothes smelling like dust and rain. Kids jeered at her when she walked past, holding a plastic bag bulging with scrap. Adults shook their heads, dismissing her as the crazy girl who played with trash. But Maya didn't care. Or at least that's what she told herself. In reality, every cruel laugh pierced her heart. Every mocking glance made her shoulders a little heavier. Still, when she entered the cramped shed behind her grandmother's house, she was in another world. Her world. She'd sit for hours, twisting, welding, and molding scraps into art. Figures of birds, delicate despite the heavy metal. Abstract sculptures that told stories of brokenness and beauty. Vibrant mosaics of crushed glass that shimmered like stained windows. Her grandmother, Amma, was the only one who believed in her. An old woman with cloudy eyes but sharp instincts, Amma would sit on a rickety chair and sip tea while watching Maya create magic. "Beta, one day they'll see what I see," Amma would whisper. "One day your junk will shine brighter than gold." Maya wanted to believe her, but it was hard when everyone else called her a fool. At school, her classmates circulated a video of her rummaging through trash, set to mocking music. She tried to ignore the cruel comments on social media, like junkyard queen, trash girl, garbage princess, but she cried into her pillow every night. Then came the school art exhibition. Every student was allowed to submit a piece. Maya poured her soul into creating a towering sculpture from scrap, a phoenix rising from rusted chains, broken tools, and splintered wood. She worked day and night, her hands bleeding, her back aching, but she completed it. When she wheeled the sculpture into the school hall, the laughter erupted. "Who brings a pile of garbage to an art show?" someone sneered. "That thing looks like a scrapyard accident," another shouted. Even the art teacher shook her head with disappointment. Maya stood there, feeling naked, her cheeks burning with shame. She wanted to run, to hide, to never touch another piece of scrap again. But she remembered Amma's words, "One day your junk will shine brighter than gold." She clenched her fists and stood her ground. Hours passed and the exhibition buzzed with activity. People passed her sculpture, some laughing, others cringing. Maya stood silently by her creation, trying to steady her heart. And then a man walked in. He was different, not a teacher, not a student's parent. Dressed in a sharp gray suit, with silver hair and eyes that missed nothing, he stopped dead in front of Maya's sculpture. He walked around it slowly, studying every weld, every curve, every imperfection that made it whole. "What's this called?" he asked, his voice deep but kind. "Resurrection," Maya whispered. His eyes lit up. "Who made it?" "I did." He smiled. "You have a gift." Wordlessly, he pulled out his phone, took a picture, and made a call. Minutes later, he was talking to the principal, the teachers, then back to Maya. "Do you sell your work?" he asked her. Maya blinked, unsure if this was a cruel joke. I've never sold anything before." "I'll make you an offer. $1 million for this piece and exclusive rights to your next 5 works. I own several galleries. Your art belongs there, not hidden in a school hall." The entire hall fell silent. The same kids who laughed at her were now wide-eyed, their mouths hanging open. The teachers stared as if witnessing a miracle. Maya's knees almost gave way. She could barely speak. Why? Why me? The man chuckled. I was once like you, a dreamer who saw beauty where others saw waste. Your phoenix, it's not just a sculpture. It's a story of rebirth, resilience, and vision. And the world needs that right now. Tears blurred Maya's eyes. She accepted the offer with trembling hands. She raced home to tell Amma, who cried and hugged her tightly, her frail hands stroking Maya's hair. That one sale changed everything. Galleries lined up for her work. She was invited to speak at art conferences, featured in magazines, interviewed on television. But Maya never forgot where she started. She opened a community art center called The Phoenix Nest, where she taught underprivileged kids to create art from scrap. She wanted them to know that beauty isn't found in what the world deems valuable. It's what you make of the discarded pieces of life. Her classmates, who once called her trash girl, now followed her on social media, some even attending her exhibitions. But Maya held no grudge, because in the end, she had built her empire from scraps, not just of metal, but of every insult, every sneer, every rejection. And every piece, every weld, every mosaic she created whispered the same message, that broken things can still rise, still shine, still be worth $1 million.